I'm recording. It's recording.
Okay, cool. We are live, coming to you live from my living room. All right, so happy Monday, day 8 of 80-day obsession. We are all rocking it. I am 2/3 of the way through my workout, so we're gonna get this bad boy started. So on the team mastermind last week, one of the things we talked about was how can we keep this energy up and how can we get more people involved in our team calls. So one of the ways we thought to do that was by having a different member of our team MC the call every week. So I'm gonna lead off this week and give you the quick rundown of the 3 things you need to know this week and give a shout out to a few people on our team. So if you haven't listened to the wake up call from this morning, 3 things you need to know for this week. Success Club reward for this month is a call with Mel Robbins. She's actually going to be picking a few people from the call, if you're on the live call, to help do some real world examples with on how you can be more productive. So important to change 3 lives so you can get on that call on February 15th. Another thing to know is January is double trip dollars. So every time you get change a life, you get trip dollars for the Success Club trip, which is the cruise in 2019. And we're going to have so many people on our team sailing the Caribbean together. So get your double trip dollars this month. That will help you pay for your room or whatever goodies on the trip. Last thing to know from the morning wake up call is if you have purchased your ticket to Summit and if you are on a Team Cup team for February, you can be invited to Carl's 1x3x5 group, which will just help create productivity, create energy. He's going to have different world-renowned speakers come in and talk to us about how we can improve our business during the month of February and really capitalize on everything this company and the resources they're providing us to change the most lives and get us to that summit experience in Indianapolis in June. And last thing from the morning wake up call is the end of the month is just around the corner. So if you haven't already bought your summit ticket, get it while it's hot. That joker is on sale and you do not want to miss out. So get your summit ticket if you haven't already gotten it. And that's kind of the wrap up from the morning wake up call. Before I give it back to Danielle, I'm going to run down some big highlights from our team, Team Glow Diggers, for the last week. So hopefully you guys saw Danielle's post earlier, but our team, our challengers, our group of amazing rock stars are killing it. 54.4 pounds and 41 inches down, and this is just week 1. Just week 1. So make sure you're shouting out everyone in the group, whether they're your challenger or not, whether they're on this team or not, give them a shout out because they are really kicking booty. Claire, Liz, Danielle, me, Jordan, Amy, Steph, Sarah, rock stars. 7 for 7 last week. Let's do it again. Be 14 for 14, and we are just going to kill it. Sarah, shout out to you, girl, because even with your meat hand, you are still rocking it. And you are just doing your thing. So way to go, girl. And then Shannon, Liz, and Claire have all changed lives this month. They are all well on their way to earning that call with Mel Robbins. So keep it up. And hopefully there'll be more of us with you on that call next month. And then Glow Star of the Week, Jordan, hopping on those Zoom calls, bringing pre-made breakfast to breakfast with our parents, and just rocking it in the, our 80-day Obsession Glow Diggers group. So Glow Star of the Week, girl, you did it, rocking it. And now I'm going to shut up and finish my workout while I listen to Danielle teach us about Instagram. All right, your turn.
All right, before you go, Bree, you know we're all starting with the topic of the night. So get out your phones, open up your little Instagram app, go to the camera at the top left. You got it? You got it? I guess Sarah's on her phone maybe for the call. All right, everybody is taking a picture of the screen and smiling. Yay! Okay, and then you're going to write Monday team call with my tribe or something like that. And do it in a color you like and post it on your Insta story. Done, done, done? Gotta kick off the call with some action, guys. All right, so thank you so much, Bree, for the introduction to the call. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and Liz is going to be doing next week's kickoff. So what is going to happen is Sunday night, we're going to put up a post on the team page with recognition. So any recognition you want to share, whether it's somebody in the team, whether it's a non-scale victory, whether it is success club points or rank advancements or whatever, you will be announced on the team call every single week. And obviously we're going to build this. I know a lot of people are sick right now and have the flu, so we'll get more faces back on here and in action. But I'm really excited for tonight's team call because this is a topic that I've been studying for the past couple months, and some of you may or may not know, but Beachbody was kind of built on Facebook. People knew how to do it. They knew how to post to it. That's kind of where the heart of our business started. But last year, especially, there was a big shift because of the election and a lot of political things, but also a lot more multi-level marketing companies getting on Facebook and using it to not so great advantage to make us look not so great, if I'm being completely honest. You know, we all know there's other companies out there that will add you to the groups that you didn't ask to be added to, or, you know, share with tagged in a post you didn't ask to be added to. And so people are kind of starting to shut off Facebook a little bit. Now, does this mean that you're going to shut off your Facebook tomorrow? No. Okay. It's an amazing tool. I still build the majority of my business there, but Instagram is where we are trending. It is where our generation is. It is where it's easier, I think, to build this business. And it's just fun. Like, it's made this business fun again for me because I got annoyed with people adding me to groups as well. So I knew I needed to be where my people were. And for me, over the past couple of months, it's been easier for me to be myself, to share what I actually want to share, and to find the people that like what I like. So tonight I'm going to share with you guys some things that I have learned from a couple different coaches. You'll see a lot from Jatana Jackson's presentation in here. Hey, Steph. And you're going to see stuff that I have learned as well over the past couple months in this new trend towards Instagram. So I'm going to share my screen. Don't worry, there's not 3 Danielles here. It's just me. Okay, so can y'all see this? Thumbs up. Beautiful. So rocking your Instagram. Ooh, Steph, can you mute yourself? I don't think I can do it. Thanks, girl. Okay, so the first tip I have for you guys is before you start anything in social media or you start thinking about what do I need to post as a coach, I want you to throw that assumption of what you need to be or who you need to post like out the window, because none of what I tell you tonight works unless you're yourself, right? You are a Beachbody coach, but you're not Beachbody. You're not 80-day obsession. You're not Shakeology. You're not 21-day fix. And the thing that I'm really proud of our team for doing is sticking to that. I was actually thinking of Jordan last week because I messaged her and I was like, can you take your Beachbody link off your Instagram? Because that's just not us, right? We're here to build relationships and we're here to find people. And guys, my first post ever on social media, for the record, was a bag of my Shakeology. So y'all are way ahead of me, okay? But seriously, I want you guys to really get excited about Instagram because it is so much more unique. And it really does allow you to be yourself. So questions that I ask, and we've kind of gone through this in other trainings and other team calls, but I just figured I'd throw some questions back at you. Think about who you are. Where do you shop? What character traits do you love about yourself? What's your favorite cocktail? Sorry, bad reference during 80-day obsession. What's your favorite mocktail? What's your family dynamic? What are you passionate about? What do you struggle with? What kind of car do you drive? Where do you live? If you had extra money, where would you spend it on? Where's your next go-to vacation? These are the things, whatever you answer, are the things you're going to start talking about and sharing and giving value on so that you can connect with the people like you. And the coolest thing about Instagram, it's all imagery. And that might freak you out for a second, but it's also more real with the addition of Insta Story over the past couple of months. So it's kind of like you're giving people a sneak peek into what you do, who you are, what you love, so they can decide if they're for you or they're not for you. And I always say, I'm going to post as real and authentic as I am and not give a shit about what anybody else thinks, because it's going to repel the wrong people and attract the right people. So I'd rather authentically be myself and triple the size of this call with people who are just like y'all, because you're my tribe, you know, like we have these things in common because I've shared about them. So the second thing I want to say is none of this works unless you're willing to be social, right? It's called social media for a reason. You can't just expect to put up one post a day and people to message 100 messages to you. Do you think when Sarah put up her coming out post this week, she had like 5 million messages in her inbox? No, right? You have to do it consistently, both sharing on your social media and also messaging behind the scenes. But with the addition of Insta Story, and what I mean by that is the little guy at the top where we just took a picture and you share it on the Insta Story. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You get to give people the real authentic you. So you have to think to yourself, the goal is not to sell somebody on something. Like, just take that pressure off yourself. The goal is to, who can I inspire today? Who can I make somebody smile today? Who can I paint a vision for somebody that wants to travel more, somebody that wants a community to plug into, somebody that wants to feel they can believe in themselves again, somebody who wants to feel like they can overcome an injury, or, you know, spend more time with their spouse, or buy their dream house, all things that are important to you guys. Those are the things you got to talk about. And that's how you connect and build trust with people on the posts that you have. So messages are a big still part of Instagram. Hashtags, which I'm not going to talk too much about because honestly, guys, that's a whole nother training. All I can say with hashtags, and what I mean is when you see, if you go to my post and you click in the comment, the first comment is going to be like 30 hashtags. I think there's easier ways to find people, and I'm going to share those things with you guys tonight. Those are important. You should never hashtag Beachbody, hashtag Shakeology, hashtag 21 Day Fix, hashtag 80 Day Obsession, because you're just going to find other coaches. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for hashtags. You want to spend time searching them and looking for things that are uniquely you and not a million other people. But again, you can go on YouTube and train yourself on that. But I love likes and I love polls as ways to kind of connect. And I'm going to get into that as we go through this. So the first thing I want you to think about is when you, and these are 4 coaches that I have studied and learned a lot from, and you guys will have this recording of the team call, so you can come back to it and search them and look them up, but not right now. But you got to think about what's your first 9. And what I mean by that is your first 9 pictures when you open your Instagram. Are they all the same selfie, the same way, the same boring picture of yourself? Or are they unique? Are they perfectly fit into squares like the 2 left ones, or do they mix up like the 2 right ones? What is the color palette that you tend to like? So you can kind of see Amber on the bottom left is lots of blues. Like, all her images are dark and kind of similar tones and qualities. And this is from a designer. This is kind of my specialty and background. So this is why I'm helping y'all with this, and you will learn it over time. So don't freak out, because there's apps to help you with that. But, or are you more colorful like Haley at the top left? Obviously her hair's pink, which helps, but she has a more bold, bright kind of look. With Ashley, she has these white borders around every single one of her photos, and that's her unique thing. With Christina, she breaks up with quotes, and it's a little bit more just lively because she lives in Miami, so that's her. So you got to think about, what is the message that I want to send? How is it visually going to appeal to the people that I want to connect to? Is it sharing the parts of me that are most important, right? Like for me, it's always football, it's fitness, it's travel, it's sharing my struggles, whether it's financial or emotional or mental, and it's my friendships, the community that I've built within Beachbody and within my city and all over the country with my friends from college. That's me. And so those are kind of the 5 themes you will see strewn through my stories. If I have a picture from Punta Cana from last year, I'm not going to have 4 pictures of Punta Cana in a row, because that's boring, right? Nobody wants to see the same picture over and over again. Haley doesn't have all selfies the same way, right? She has one laying on a hammock. She has one close up. She has one at the beach far away. And you may be thinking, oh my gosh, all these pictures are her. But y'all, you are your business. So don't be afraid to just be you and share you. Does it mean you can't ever share your family and friends and dogs and husbands or spouses? Heck no, they're a big part of your life. But you are your business. And so people want to go on the journey with you. They want to experience what you're experiencing, good, bad, ugly, right, wrong, whatever. So I just really love these different kind of styles, and you guys have to decide what is right for you. And you decide by just doing and figuring it out and learning along the way. And like I said, I started with the picture of the Shakeology bag. So if I can figure it out, we can all figure it out together. Some of my favorite apps, and personally, I like when your pictures are fitting in the square. I think it looks more professional. That's my own opinion. So I always use square photos for my actual posts. And then on Instagram stories, everything is vertical. So you know how you take a picture and you put your phone up, it's vertical. When I take pictures for Instagram, I make sure they fit into the square, on the square when you take a picture. But obviously you can crop it after the fact if you need as well. So some of my favorite apps, the easiest one I think is Pick, Tap, Go. And the reason is because you can layer different filters and it will save your most commonly used mixtures. So you can tone down, you can add like a little bit of contrast, a little bit of brightening, and kind of layer on to find the tonal of the picture that you want. The other one I discovered yesterday that Jatana actually mentioned is Snapseed. Now that's a little bit more intense if you're new to using an app for pictures, but the whole idea behind this is you are your brand, guys. And so whatever you like, imagery, like what photos do you like on Instagram or Facebook? Start paying attention to that, because that's what you want to start recreating. You know, maybe for Steph, she likes pinks and light colors and white backgrounds, and that's what all of her imagery is going to be like. Maybe for Jordan, she likes bright colors and bold things, and that works for her. And so you have to get creative and start stocking up pictures for the times when you don't have anything that fits with your message, right? It's better to stay within line of what you want and to be consistent with it. Now, as for videos, I use iMovie, and it's super duper simple, guys. I literally prop my phone up when we take workouts and I just let it roll. And then another one that I'm going to share with you guys specifically for Instagram stories is called Hype Type. It's at the bottom left there, HYPE Type. And Jatana uses this a lot on her Instagram stories to kind of be different, because you have to always be thinking, what is going to differentiate me from the other 350,000 coaches that are taking a picture with their Shakeology cup, right? We're not boring. Y'all are freaking awesome. And so we need to present ourselves as that awesome energy, because that's how people want more of you and want to spend time with you and want to commit to this journey with you when you bring that energy with what you share publicly. Any questions so far on this? I know I'm throwing a lot of you guys. It's killing me that you guys are Danielle on here, because I don't know who's saying what. It's funny. Okay, I'm going to keep going, and you guys can ask along the way. So the next thing I want to say is y'all got to keep it spicy. And it's so easy to just look at other coaches and get in the coach bubble. I don't want you to do that. And the girl that I absolutely freaking love is this girl called Alex Beeden. She has the most amazing Instagram stories, and she's nothing to do with fitness. She has her like own online company. I don't even really know what she does. And that's what we want to aspire to. Because basically what we're doing is creating curiosity with coaching, you know, sharing what we're doing every single day in the true life of us. So she's somebody I would highly recommend starting to, what I don't want you guys to do is go follow all these people. I would highly recommend making a note in your phone and just checking their stuff daily, because you only want to follow people you want to see in your feed of prospects, people you want to help. I think that's the biggest mistake that most coaches make. They say, I'm going to go follow Autumn and Steph and Jordan and Sarah and Liz. And while that's great and y'all should support each other, you want to keep your feed with people you can help. And unfortunately, y'all are already my coaches, so you can't help each other besides being here on a Monday call. And of course, one-on-one. But she's amazing. She gives me so much inspiration and ideas because I'm not that creative, guys. I just pick up other things from other people and make it my own. So if you're bored with what you're sharing, or you're like, I'm not really feeling this, you need to get in a state of being freaking excited, like playing music and jumping around and dancing around before you put a post up, because that energy is going to exude out of your words, out of your stories, out of your posts. So really find people outside of Beachbody that inspire you and use those as your inspiration as well. I take pictures all the time, and it's funny, Liz and I just talked about how she went away this weekend and she didn't take any pictures. And I was like, what do you mean you didn't take any pictures? Because when I travel, guys, I am like the girl that takes pictures because I know I'm going to use them. Like, how many of you have seen the black lace romper I wore? Right? You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Because I share it over and over and over again, spread out, but in different ways. But I literally had Noelle do a photo shoot, and I did one of her because I know in my head I'm going to use this all year long. I look damn good. It's on point with my brand because I love Lily, and I'm going to share this to the moon and back. So you have to figure out what's on brand for you and how can you weave that into your story. Maybe for Jordan, it's Philadelphia, and she loves going around Philly and experiencing new things and trying new places. And she brings that into what she does as a coach. But you have to just show your personality and make it true to you. And guys, please, please, please always have good lighting in your photos. Okay? Please put a light in your face. Get a little mini light off Amazon if you only take pictures at night, or stock them up during the weekend. All you have to do is stand in front of a window and take your selfies, and you have amazing light, I'm telling you. But the worst thing you can do is turn around like this and take a photo. Nobody can see your face. I have a diva light right now, so I'm a little spoiled, but I worked up to this 3.5 years. So work up to the diva light. But for now, use good quality natural light. Make your spouse take your photos. Just say it's for your business. Reward them later, whatever you got to do. But make it uniquely you, okay? What questions do we have so far? I'm not sure about that one, so I'll have to come back to that. Okay. You have to make your first impression, guys. So something I want y'all to do as homework tonight is, number one, do you have a smiling, bright profile picture on your Instagram? Okay, and if you do, you're good. The second question I have for you is, do you have the second little Instagram line that Jatana and I have around our face? Here's how I did it. You ready for it? The reason that I have the second circle is because when you post an Instagram story and then you watch it and the circle goes away, when you put it on your actual picture that you add into Instagram, and you can Google it, Instagram circle, and use either PicMonkey or Canva. I can do a tutorial on it if you need. But literally all I did was put it in Canva, and then I uploaded it to Instagram because it looks like I always have a story. When I think about Instagram stories, I think I want to be first in the feed all the time. Why? Because people can't forget me. They know I'm always doing something cool. I'm always their resource or go-to, and they know they can follow along my day all the time. Now, does that mean that you need to do 50 Instagram stories a day? Heck no. My goal for you guys is to do 10-ish, okay? So that you can show different aspects of your life, and we will walk you through that. But again, you just have to be aware of how you're presenting yourself. So the other thing you will notice on these profiles is they have descriptions about themselves with cute emojis. And so all you do is you open up a note in your phone and you type out the things that make you you. It took me a little bit to think about this, but what makes you uniquely you? Steph is like a mom of 5 animals. Like, that's unique. Not many people have that. But how do you say it in a fun, cool way? Brainstorm with your friend or your spouse, or we can get on a call and talk about it. and start making your profile truly reflective of the person that you are. The other thing is, see these little circles under here? I don't know if you can see my mouse or not. So you can actually highlight stories. When you do a really cool story, maybe it's an invite or something special or just something you want people to constantly go back to, you can actually add it to your story highlights. These are just ones that I've done in the past, and they're always there. So it becomes a permanent feature on your Instagram profile. Does that make sense? You guys still with me? Okay. So this is your homework. Your homework is, let's get the double circle going because y'all always want to be present and the first one in everybody's feed. And the second thing is I want you to write down the things that make you you. And let's talk about it and let's post it in the team page and we can totally walk through it and talk through it. Okay. So this is a cool feature that I was in a group with Carl, our CEO, back in the summer, I guess it was, this came out. And basically on Instagram, you can't add like direct Google form links or Woofu form links. And what I mean by that is when I put up a transformation post, I will say, check the link in the comments to join my next accountability group. So Facebook doesn't like extra links. Instagram doesn't like extra links. The cool thing about this link tree is that you can import Woofu or Google Forms and you can copy exactly what I have on mine. If you click the link tree in my Instagram right now, you can literally click on any of these and just go to googleforms.com or woofu.com and make the same exact form. And basically what Linktree allows you to do is have multiple forms in one place. So you could make it connect with me on Facebook and you copy paste your Facebook URL to there, or it can be your forms or it can be all of them, whatever you want. But my homework to you is to make a Google form or a Woofu form in the next week for your next challenge group. Why? Because what if next month Facebook and Instagram were to disappear? Would you have a business? So collecting people's emails and phone numbers is so important, guys. If you know Shalene Johnson or you've ever watched any of her trainings, she's a Beachbody trainer and she does lots of marketing information. That's the number one thing I learned from her is always get emails because nobody can take your email or contact list away from you. And you will see that on every single one of my forums. So again, you don't need to come up with the questions. You just need to go to Google Forms or woofu.com and create your own form and set this up. Linktree is free. You can add as many as you want, but I would stick to 2 or 3 form options to keep it simple for people. And it's really just a funnel system for you guys to start having one place that you collect people's information. And here's the deal. If somebody fills out my form, I know they're serious about getting results. If they clicked and then took the time to fill out their goals and why they wanted to do this, I know they're serious. And so I'm probably going to pick up my phone and text them right away or email them right away and say, hey girl, got your form, let's chat. And it makes the process so much faster. So this is just kind of a freebie thing that you guys should be setting up because Instagram is the way that we're going. Do you guys have any questions about that? And yes, you can change it. What I would say is don't change too much. You want to stay consistent with this a little bit over time. But yeah, if we're doing an event, say about a new program like we did for 80-Day Obsession, I put in there 80-Day Obsession info party and they can go directly to the Facebook event from clicking on that Linktree tab, which is kind of cool. So it really connects both platforms and makes your work connected all in one place, no matter where people are. Does that make sense? Okay, a couple more. Okay, so let's get into Insta Story. So this is how I think about social media. Every time you post on Facebook or you post on Instagram, it's once or twice a day of good quality content, right? It's not your life. I mean, yeah, it's vulnerable. It's good quality pictures. It's thoughtful and intentional. Insta story is more loose. You can be you. You can be short snippets of your funny self. Your dog did something stupid. You spilled Shakeology all over the ground. Like, you can just be yourself. And that's why I love it so much. And it really is where people are. So it's time to step up our game with Insta Story, because we want to be where the people are. That's where we're going to help people. So a couple things that I do. So we're going to open up our Instagram story right now. Open it on up. And I'm going to teach you guys a few things. So I want you to just take a picture. It doesn't matter what it is. We're just like using it as a sample. So take a picture. And the first big secret I can say of anything to do, guys, on all of your posts, swipe up and click location. Everybody got that so far? So swipe up, click location, and pick a city or a place near you. Mine will come up. I can pick Atlanta, Georgia. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to tap that location so it goes like a gray, invisible kind of thing. Everybody got that? And you're going to make it really small. So you're going to pinch it and make it really small and move it to the corner. Everybody got that so far? So I do this in every, well, not every, but majority of my posts. I tag places. And here's the thing. I don't have to just tag Atlanta. I can tag Charlotte, North Carolina. I can tag Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I can tag my favorite restaurant down the street. And anybody in those places can see my story. So what happens is you can start playing around to see what city gets the most viewers for you based on what you like. And it brings people into your Instagram that maybe you normally wouldn't connect with. So the geotag, guys, is really where it's at. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. You hide it. Like I said, you just put it up in the corner, away, out of the way. And it's just kind of a cool little way to bring people to you that maybe you wouldn't normally find yourself, okay? The second thing is if you swipe, if you go to the top right and click the A's, you can do the @ sign, and I'm going to tag Steph, so you can type in whoever you want. So tag somebody on here. I don't know. You can do mine if you need, Glow Digger. And you can click the A in the middle to make it a color. And you can tap the A again if you want it more invisible. And then you can pinch to make it smaller or bigger. Now, something I will say, just like we talked about with the pictures, you want to pick 2 to 3 colors that you consistently use over and over and over again, because it makes you consistent. People know your stuff. So for me, I like to use white, pink, and black in pretty much all my stuff. Sometimes you'll see me get a little saucy with green or blue, but it just, again, goes back to your brand. So you can tag people in there, and this will send a direct message to Steph directly when I post this. So that's another cool thing. If you have something of value that you're sharing and you want somebody to see it, tag them in your post, okay? The next cool thing I'm going to show you is to click the little pen at the top right, and then click the second one over and pick a color on the bottom and hold down. And what this did is just make my screen pink. Did anybody know that? You can do this on videos and pictures. So sometimes, like, I want to do writing over my picture, but it's just kind of too busy. I might just click the white and hold down and just make it a layered feature so that I can write what I want to write on top of it, or add emojis that makes it clearer. It's just a kind of fun little thing. Okay, what else did I want to show you guys? So that's the fun stuff. Of course, you guys know there's a bunch of different pens up there you can use. I always like to drag when I click the pen, I like to drag the little circle on the left side to make it smaller or bigger, and then you can kind of draw easier, I think, when it's smaller. So that can control how you draw. What else did I want to show you? Okay, so if you do a video and say like you're talking, or maybe you're doing a workout, you've maybe seen me do this a couple of times, not recently, but what you can do is swipe up and click one of the emojis. And when you hold down on the emoji on a video, obviously this doesn't really matter on a photo, but when you hold it down, you can actually pin. It might not work on a photo. You have to take a video. But if you touch it, it will change the color, first off. But if you hold it down on a video, it will ask you to pin it, and the emoji will move when you move. So you can kind of like attach it to like your butt if it's moving, or your leg, or something fun like that. I'll say don't overdo it with the emojis. I think, again, Alex Beeden is a great reference on how to use emojis that are clear and fun, but not so like in your face. And then, guys, you swipe up, and the little poll feature, pretty much I never type. You see where it says ask a question? I never type in there. I just can change the answer of the poll and whatever I want to do besides yes or no. And then I'll just do regular font above that so I can control the color or how it looks. But polls should be done once a day, because people that are answering your polls, and make them like not always about health and fitness, make them totally like, should I wear this or that? Or should I buy this or that? Or whatever. The people that answer your polls are the people you need to be talking to, because they're invested in your journey and they want to know more about what you're doing and why you're doing it. So that's always a good sign for me to know what people like or what people don't like. And then the last thing is, you know how you see people, like you see this probably on mine a lot, where it does one font at a time. Like it'll be like, the Eagles won last night, and then it'll be another font, we're the underdogs. So all I do is I type the first thing out, and then I save the picture, post it. Then I swipe up, add the saved picture, type over it, post it, save it. You get what I'm saying? So you just save one thing at a time and layer more of the text on that you want. Again, I can send you videos more on this, but I wish I could connect my phone to this to show you guys more. But the poll's where it's at. The colors are fun. Keep it simple for yourself. The other thing I like to do is say you want to layer some text over yourself, but it's kind of hard to see. If you click the pen and you do the second one over and you pull it all the way to the top, it makes kind of a nice little pen mark that's transparent, and I did it white so that you can type over it nicely. So again, all things you can play with. The biggest thing I can say is have fun with this, but don't make it use all your business time, because your business time needs to be talking to people and connecting with them and helping them, right? This is the way that we reach them and build trust, but you need to be asking them questions and talking to them, okay? Okay, so here are kind of some examples of what I was talking about. Like Jatana is a great one to follow. Jatana Jackson is her name. And it's really just about learning what works for you. Guys, she didn't know how to do Instagram story from day one. She just tried things and saw what people liked to watch from her. And you will learn that over time. But I love watching her for fun inspiration or different ways to use things. You can see the hype type is there. And basically it's an app that you can add different like animated fonts over. You can add music on there to your stories. You can speed up your videos. Again, don't spend so much time on it. We're fast, busy people. It's more about the message and showing your real life. The most important thing is don't post your Shakeology bag. Find a fun name for it. For me, I use my Glow Shake or my superfoods or chocolate for breakfast. You know, make it curiosity. You want messages in your inbox saying, what are you drinking every day? I need to know. Why aren't you sick? Energize, same thing. I share that every single day. People know I drink it, and that's why everybody's on the performance line right now, because they see I'm consistent with it. But again, don't call it Energize. Don't show the tub. Show you having fun with it. And then she just like showed obviously some things not to do. But you just keep it simple and make it you and have fun with it, and you'll learn as you go. The last examples I wanted to show you, let me take a drink of water. which again, all I do is I watch them and I emulate what they're doing, guys. I don't come up with this stuff myself. I don't have time to do that, but I do have time to learn and implement. And it only matters if you take action on it. So all she did on these pictures is she put an invite out. That's one of our 4 vital behaviors. And all she did was take a picture, and then she did the white, hold down and did the white overlay, and then she typed over it. Word swag is good for fonts if you want another app, but again, don't overdo it. And this invite should only go up once a week or once every other week, because you want to be giving, telling people what they can find at Target in the dollar aisle. That's what I did this week. Sharing my Pottery Barn slippers because they're my favorite things ever and I wear them all the time. That's what I did this week. Giving people meal prep ideas. That's what I did this week. So I'm giving, then asking. And that's how you want to treat your stories, your posts, whatever it is. And I know we have some new coaches on here, so I just want to remind you, Sunday and Monday nights are the best time to share a transformation or a big post that's vulnerable for you, because people feel like crap. They've ate all weekend, they've drank all weekend, and they're feeling really guilty right about now on how can I get back into a routine. And when I get up at 6 a.m. every freaking day and show that I'm on a live workout, show that I'm doing the moves, show that I'm plugging into this team, show that I'm getting on a call on a Monday night, those start to plant seeds. Like, why is Danielle so consistent? I need to rely on her. I need to watch what she's doing. And that's what people do. And then when you post these guys, that's when they take action, if you've been building the relationship through what you're sharing and how you're talking to them. So that's kind of all I have for you guys tonight. I want to open it up to any questions you have. I know I gave you a lot of information, but the main thing is just start doing and have fun with it and aim for 10 stories a day. I mean, think about it. If you're doing your vital behaviors, I just got to throw this in here. You can share your shake, you can share your energize, you can share your personal development, you can share your workout, you can share your outfit of the day. That's 5 right there. So you can come up with 5 other fun things that happen throughout your day that are just funny, whether it's your dog or that flows into those other things about you that are going to connect people to you. So I just wanted to share that. It's really, really simple, guys. What questions you guys have? Was this helpful? Anybody? There's 3 Danielles. Liz, I feel like you want to unmute.
Hey, sorry, I'm in the process of cooking kale because I just realized that I stopped my workout an hour ago and I haven't eaten yet. No, that was really helpful because I always wondered like how you did the single color thing over your pictures. And I am trying to get better at Insta story. I'm such a Snapchat person and I'm like, I always forget that Insta story is like a thing.
Here's the thing to think about Snapchat versus Instagram.
Oh, Snapchat's just like it's not polished at all. Snapchat's like,
well, not even that, but nobody can find you on Snapchat besides your friends. And so you all are trying to build tribes of people like you. So I have to share the biggest secret I told Liz last week that I didn't tell you guys. Bonus round. I'm going to mute you, Jordan. Actually, I can't because you're mean. Anyways, if you go to the search bar on Instagram and you type in your favorite restaurant or your favorite place to go and hang out or your favorite bar, you can look at all the pictures that have been tagged there. And guys, if the people are going to the same places that you like to go and they look cute, like and comment on their stuff. Follow them. Start making a list of them. Because you never know, they might be your new best friend. Like literally Liz and I pretty much found each other that way, except for it was Facebook. Or we wouldn't have been here on this call. So that's a killer thing that I have found a lot of people in Atlanta. Maybe they haven't signed up yet, but I am building the relationship and they are following me. So really, really use that. You got hungry, Steph. Well, maybe don't do a restaurant. Maybe do like a fun place to go. Like I know for us, we love going to this rooftop in Atlanta and I look there often because I'm like, I'm going to find my dream girl there. I found Liz. I can find my next one. What else, guys? Anything burning? Go for it, Sarah. I can't unmute you though, because I'm not the host. Oh, you're muted. Hold on.
Wait, I unmuted you. I can unmute people.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay. Unmute. Okay, you're good. Go for it.
There we go. So it was actually funny. It was that I was talking to my boyfriend about kind of everything and what it entails, and he's like, "Notice you're using your Instagram story like a lot more." And I was like, "I never posted anything on it." And I was like, "That." So a big thing of what I've been doing is just more putting myself out there on social media. And I think I mentioned that to Danielle, is that that's just not something that like I generally would do. I'm essentially always on social media. If you notice how fast I reply to literally everything, it's because I work on a computer all day and I'm at a desk all day and I'm a system developer. So I'm just like ticking away at this and I'm like, oh, look, dogs, ticking away at this. So like, I'm just always there. And I was like, well, it's not something that I've ever really like developed. And it was just very funny that he actually was like, hey, I noticed that. And I was like, got one.
No, that's awesome. And it's so true. Like, guys, think about it. You can legit post consistently every day and share your life and potentially make $1 million business. And not only that, help other people do the same. It's pretty mind-blowing. Like, our grandparents didn't have that. Our parents didn't have that. And so, anytime you feel like I don't want to post or I have nothing to share, yes, you do. Just go speak to the one girl who needs to hear from you tonight. And that's literally what I think about every time I post. Who needs to hear from me tonight? And I just speak to that one person, not everybody, just one.
So can I just add 2 things really quick?
Yeah.
So 2 things, and I'll be quick. The first thing is that like it is so easy to get in what I call analysis paralysis about this. And just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And like, we've all done it, right? 30 minutes goes by and you're like, holy shit, what did I just do for 30 minutes? I have no idea. So I try, and I'm not always good at this, but like my rule for myself is like or love or heart on Instagram, whatever platform you're on, like 10 people, post, and then scroll. Like, post, scroll. Like some people's stuff so that you show up in their feed, post your post, and then you can do whatever you want. Like, don't waste your 30 minutes scrolling when you haven't posted anything. That's only helping someone else, right? You're helping them before you're helping yourself. So don't do that. The second thing is, and this was hard for me, like in the fall, I went through a little bit of like a rut. And one of the things that was hard for me was I would sit down at 9, like right now, be like, what the F do I post? Like Monday night, I'm just not going to be creative to like tell a story and find a cute picture and all that stuff. So for some reason, like Sunday morning seems to be a good time for me. And usually my husband and I work out at different times on Sunday. So I'll work out, and while he's doing his workout, I do my business stuff. So I try to write down stories then and get them like 90% of the way there. Just like most of the way on paper, get your points out. And then tonight I'll just go copy that and like change a few of the words around or like add a few emojis and then post it. So anytime like I have a one-on-one with Danielle, I wrote down 4 post ideas after my one-on-one with Danielle. And then Sunday I'll go through and be like, what did I do really well this week? What did I struggle with this week? Like, what's the time of year? How do people like me feel right now? And post that for the week. Like, it makes it so much easier than trying to put it all on yourself in a moment of like, shit, I have to post right now. What do I post? Nothing. I'm going to post a cute picture of my dog. Because like I do that all the time, but like you got to give some more value than that, even though I love your cute dog. Bree, you want to be unmuted?
Yeah, I realize I can unmute myself. Don't worry. So kind of back to my MC hat right now. I forgot to mention earlier, now that they're doing live morning wake up calls, if you listen to the podcast, you don't get this, but if you listen back on Facebook, they have a pre-wake up call contest now that you can win stuff if you answer the questions. And who doesn't like free stuff? So enter stuff and you can win prizes. I think today's was like a book by Mel Robbins. And it was like super, super simple questions that we all know the answers to. Like, I think it was, what's the summit experience about for one of the prizes for coach, or how do you get the summit experience from Team Cup? And then what are the vegan flavors in the barista Shakeology packs? It's like, come on, free stuff. Okay, that's all. Goodbye.
Thanks, Bree. Okay, so you guys' homework is going to be pick those 4 to 5 things that are going to be fun and attract people to you to write out in your Facebook profile or your Instagram profile. And let's get the pictures going. If you need help with that, let me know. I'm your girl. I can do it. And start finding an app that works for you, whether it's one of the ones I listed or not, and start consistently posting on your Instagram story as well as, now, your Instagram story posts do not count as your regular posts. They are fun extras, okay? So just remember that. Oh, I post on Instagram story. Yeah, but nobody, like, you know, you got to do your real posts. And last tip to not do is don't do 10 videos in a row talking. Nobody watches them. And half the time, people can't watch with sound. So I like to caption what I'm saying sometimes. That's another little tip because I'd never listen to people's sound. So if you guys need any more help with this, I'm still learning. I'm still a student of this as well. And I think we all can be, and we all can share things as we go along. So let's close out the month strong. It ain't over. I know all of you can help 3 people, and I'm here to help you every single step of the way. Imagine 3 people taking these last 8 days journey next month with you. Imagine how that will change for them. That's what you go share and you go post. And I promise you, we're going to all be in that Mel Robbins podcast because we freaking kicked butt this month. All right. So thank you guys for being here. I love y'all. Happy Monday. And I'm still working on Team Cup teams. So hold with me. Y'all will be on them. Don't worry. Okay. Love y'all. See ya.